Produced in the early 60s by the South Australian Housing Trust, A Place to Grow was meant as a calling card for prospective new residents, aimed primarily at attracting suitable white English stock. In retrospect, a detailed study of this film gives us a good idea about the kind of people the Trust expected to populate Elizabeth, their city of tomorrow, and what was expected from them once they did. The film tells a story of happy families living in self-contained suburbs of tree-lined streets, friendly neighbours, quality schools and modern housing. There are quality industrial areas too, with jobs just waiting like low-hanging fruit for the picking by the menfolk, followed by a drink with the boys down at the local. For the women, meaning wives and mothers, there was no room for single women, let alone single mothers in the city of tomorrow. There's the central shopping centre, as well as a local shop provided for each individual suburb in which to do the shopping, after, of course, dropping off the children at one of the local schools. And almost everyone seems to be speaking with an odd, hybrid-sounding, posh middle-class English accent.
My word, I like the way you furnished this room.
Yes, we're very comfortable now. Had a bit of fun and games, getting things straight, of course.
Fun, was it?
Here and there.
It's important to keep into context the time period in which this film was made. In the mid-20th century, post-World War II, people's attitudes are undergoing a rapid transformation towards many things: love and war, right and wrong, the roles of men and women, pretty much everything. It's clear, studying A Place to Grow, that the film's producers were either oblivious to the changes in attitudes that were rapidly taking place around them, or they were trying desperately to ignore them. Expectations about gender were central to the Trust's original vision of neighbourhood life in Elizabeth, and A Place to Grow is more evidence that the Trust's original vision was dead on arrival, for that part of its vision was based upon outdated, more conservative attitudes about the roles of men and women, attitudes that were rapidly being replaced by more liberal thinking. The film would also suggest the Trust were a little confused about the town they had on offer, and who their target audience should be. They appear to be attempting to attract well-spoken, middle-class English families to a working-class industrial town. The type of resident the Trust wanted to attract to Elizabeth either didn't exist, or if they did, probably wouldn't be interested in a town like Elizabeth to begin with, and certainly not in the numbers that would be needed to kick the town off. The Elizabethans depicted in A Place to Grow existed only in the Trust's imagination, and would have no relevance or influence to life on the ground.